Leroy. I said it. I did say it. I'm going to freaking milk Sane. I'm going to milk you, boy, like a little cow until you get me 1 billion subscribers. But hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, Unai Hoeneß, Bayern Munich's... I actually don't know what Unai does now. He left as club president, but what is he actually still part of the board? Because, they said he had some influence on decisions, but not as big of an influence. But how is he... I don't know. But what he's basically come out and said on BR Sport is, I think there's speculation from various newspapers without anyone having any idea about how it all works. Basically, what he's trying to say there is a lot of news coming out on the Sane transfer fee, whatever it is. And that's what he's talking about. That's what he's referring to. And as everyone, I'm doing well, Air Max. As everyone knows, a lot of English sources have come out and said, Man City will not be held to ransom by Bayern Munich. Man City demand this, demand that, and they won't get anything else but that. So that's what Unai Hoeneß is saying, is that there's a lot of media that don't know what's going on. And what he says is, I can't comment on that, of course. If it works, the prices will be different than a year ago. The prices will be different than a year ago because he still had a 2-year contract and no ACL rupture. In this respect, our negotiators, if they speak to Manchester, will certainly take this into account. That's perfect. Like, come on. We've been talking about how Sané's been injured for a year, has a year left in his contract. And he's going to be cheaper because of it. It's lapsed. Nice. It's lapsed. Now, he's going to be cheaper because of it. That's what Unai Hoeneß is saying. Sané is going to be cheaper because he has a year left in his contract. He has the ACL injury. And those things have to be taken into account. And that's exactly what our board member is saying. Someone with a lot of influence. He's basically saying that because Sané hasn't played for a year and has been injured, the price is going to be down. That's the warning to Man City. That's the warning to Manchester City. I think when he talks about the various newspapers without having any idea about how it all works, he's referring to the British newspapers like Metro and all these newspapers that took this propaganda from City about we won't sell Sané at any price, we're willing to let him stay for free. Well, have you thought how stupid that is from City's perspective? Why would you let a player stay an extra year, take up wages when you could let him go now and get some money for him? So, and they would lose like 50 million because Sané cost them 50 million. So for me, what I'm trying to look at here is everyone has to look at this from a logical point of view. The coronavirus has happened. It's drastically reduced all the... If we were to buy Sané and he'd been playing the season, he wouldn't have costed 130 million, maybe 100 million. But because he's been injured and he has a year left in his contract, and also the coronavirus, every single economy, not just football, has gone down. So basically, every club has... the amount of revenue they're getting has reduced. So for me, Sané is going to cost way less. How much do you think Sané goes for? Sané is going to be by beast because it's easy. The Bundesliga is not going to be easy. What about the players that come here and fail? Is Coutinho ripping it apart? He's not. So Sané is not just going to walk in here and have an easy task. So for me, what I think Sané is going to cost is maybe 50 million. We made a 35 million bid, 35 million pounds, but that's obviously going to increase. But yeah, when you talk about the Sané thing, I don't think people are factoring in the fact that this guy hasn't played a game of ball for like 8 months now. He has not played since August last year. He hasn't played. Do you think he'll go straight in the team? He's not going to walk straight in the team. He's going to have to build his way into it. It depends on if he's played for City before he joins us, which I don't think City will play him. City might just let him rot because they're that type of club. Leroy Sane, no Bayern. That's just not true, Arthur. You know it's not true. He's going to join us, and there's nothing you could do about it. They have to sell him some point. They even got banned from the UCL for 2 years because of financial fair play. That's another thing. That will drastically reduce the transfer fee of Leroy Sane because City aren't in the Champions League. And for a player of Sané's quality, he'll want to be in the Champions League. And because Unai Hoeneß has said, you know what? Man City, your player hasn't played in a year. He's going to go down in price. He has an ACL injury. He could come back crap and we'd lose 50 million. But I think Sané is going to cost us around 50 million. But let's move on to the player evaluation. Thank you to Cello for allowing me to use this. But Sané, he's worth around 60 million now. I think he will cost He'll come for no, not 65 million. That's impossible. But I took Sane's stats from last season. He had 15 goals last season and 14 assists. Sane is going to drastically improve our back line and the output of our wingers, because Gnabry is the only winger outside of Coman and Perisic. I mean, Perisic did it well. I mean, he's okay, but he's not Sane. And Coutinho, out of those four wingers there, Gnabry is the only one with the output close to Leroy Sane and what he brings in. Serge is a goal scorer. If you can look how he plays against big games, he's the goal scorer. I think that's how it's going to be. Bayern Munich, we've never, for a few years, Ian Robben and Ribery declined. We didn't have the winger duo. And then Serge came in last season. I don't understand why City fans are offended for 35 million. It's not a bid. It was a starting price. Yeah, I mean, was it not? I think it was an inquiry, and Bayern were willing to bid 35 million. But we're going to factor these things in as well. What do you think City... where do you think City will come in the Premier League if lose the best players like Sane, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, and more? Man City need money. Pep Guardiola especially. He needs money and good players to do what he does. And even then, he doesn't do it well. How much City paid for Sane? Someone tell us, please. City paid 45 million for Leroy Sane, right? And which is another reason why they have to let him go, even for 30 million. It makes sense financially because you wouldn't have lost as much money. Even if we paid 80 million for Sane, realistically, right? It doesn't actually pay up for what City have lost on Sane. But Sane has gained them a lot more money because on the pitch, his contributions to them winning titles has contributed. His following on social media has contributed to selling shirts. So things like that, City they just get a little bit of money back for a player's transfer. But thinking about another thing there, Sane is going to be an international player, not just in terms of his reputation in Germany, but Sane is going to be a player anyone can recognize. People from America will recognize. Maybe La Liga fans, they'll understand who Leroy Sane is because he's played for Man City. And let's be honest, the Premier League gets more viewers than the Bundesliga. It's just a fact. The price is going to increase either way. The price is going to increase. FC Deutschland again. Okay, but if you think about it, 15 goals and 14 assists. Sane and Gnabry would work well because Sane would give more assists than Gnabry, and Gnabry would score more goals than Sane. And for Sane, I watched the game versus Schalke, man. That's Leroy Sane epitomized right there. That's basically everything he's about. The Man City game versus Schalke in the Champions League. What happens is City are getting clapped all over the pitch, right? Slapped up. And they bring in Sane in the 70-something minute. Sane comes in, scores a free kick, gets an assist for Sterling's last goal, and that's how he ends the game. And City win it 3-3. It was a tie, and then Sane came on and won it for City. That's what Leroy Sane has the quality to do. And I was reading an interview from Toni Kroos from 2018, and he said Leroy Sane has the potential to be world class, and if he's playing well, he can help the team win anything. And terrible he wasn't in the World Cup squad, but he could have helped Germany, and that's what Sane's about, man. He's 24 as well. Think about it. He got older from last year, so that's another reason that why he's gonna be cheaper. He got older from last year. Do you want Sane to be a goal scorer or an assist king? He looks like he's a bit of both because he usually gets. I mean, I'm sure there's more assists, but who scored doesn't account for them. He gets a lot of assists. It's about equal, He gets a lot of assists, but also a similar amount of goals. Chervenal, close to 70 million, but we should take the chance on popular opinion. We need to sell Coman. His best injury, he's just injury prone and not good enough. I would sell Kingsley Coman if it meant that we get Ferran Torres and Leroy Sane, because that just makes sense to me. But is Coman, if Coman's sitting on the bench, he's only going to learn from Sane. But there has been a period where Coman, especially around that Juventus game, where Jupp Heynckes came back 2017 and 18. Yeah, that one season. And he helped Coman. And maybe maybe Hansi Flick hasn't worked with Coman enough because he's been out a lot. But hopefully we can get Kingsley Coman to do well by buying Leroy Sane, because that's what happens. What if you buy Sane and Coman steps up his game? That's just good for everyone, because you could have rotation and you wouldn't have a reason as to why Coman isn't playing other than it's just politics. Sane is better. So how much do you think Coman will go for if they sell him? 50 million. But that's only because we are not in a position we need to sell him. So Coman has 3 years left on his contract. Kingsley, we don't need to sell Coman, right? But Coman is someone that I would prefer. If we sold him, I'd be happier. If we sold Coman, I'd be happier, because he's just someone. He's not good. Let's get to 10 likes on the video. Everyone hit the like button. I'm starting to hate on Coman, to be honest. I know it's not fair, but his salary is high and he's absent when we need him the most, and he doesn't score his assists as he should be. See, that's the thing with Coman, though. You are getting that out of him. He's gonna get injured, right? I mean, I think the guy. What happens with Kingsley Coman is he gets an injury, and in his mind, he comes back, and then he's already said it in his mind that I won't get an injury again, right? He's put that into his head, and what happens is he plays avoiding an injury. But what ends up happening is it's reverse psychology. Because when you play as if you're avoiding an injury, you actually you get more injured. Whereas Gnabry comes back from an injury and the guy's high pace, flying everywhere, falling down, holding his ankle, and then he comes back up. And that's the difference between Gnabry and Coman. Coman looks like he doesn't know how to deal with an injury. And that's a lot of the French players. If you've noticed, Ousmane Dembele, he plays as if he doesn't want to get injured, yet he gets injured the most out of most players in Europe. He keeps picking up injuries, right? But if you watch Dembele play, you wouldn't think he would get injured. So is Coman. Coman isn't getting tackled like that. Like, the fact that this guy literally ran in a straight line against Spurs and just twisted whatever thing he did that made his knee go whoop. That's what I mean when I say psychologically he's not fit to be. He needs to be taught how to not be afraid of an injury, because that's what actually gets you injured, being afraid. Like, for example, a lot of people won't maybe go. I'm gonna use this example because I've been in a situation like I've liked a girl and I haven't asked her out, and it's the fact that if you don't do it, you regret it, right? So that's the thing with Coman. He doesn't go ahead and just do it. Like, I've sat there and gone, I'm going to go ask out this girl. I'm going to go ask out this girl. But then I haven't done it. And then I'll regret it later. But that's exactly what happens with Coman. He doesn't play as if he won't get injured. Coman plays as if he's going to get injured anytime soon. The new graphics is fire. Shout out to Silo Season on Twitter. He let me use it. But it's we'll get more like that. Every single player we're linked with. That's the goal, to get all of them with graphics. But Sane is someone that we want. But like I was saying, man, so many players, especially French players, it is a French thing, because these players, right, the Comans, the Dembeles, the Tolisos, the Hernandezes, they're from areas in their lives where they had to play football. It's almost like without football they wouldn't be much. Let's be honest. A lot of these players actually were, a lot of good footballers. Like, not just. It's not even just black players. Maybe Brazilians who are all black. As they all. I met a guy, right? This dude looked white to me because he did. And then he showed me a picture of his biological brother, and he was darker than me. It's funny. Brazilians and Latinos and South Americans are weird to me. But what happens is when these players, they're going outside. They're going outside in Brazil, in the cold Brazil. Places in France, right? They're going outside and it's cold. They're playing, they're practicing, which is why they're so talented. Which is why Ousmane Dembele is so good. This guy is two-footed, everything. He has everything it takes to be world class. But they just don't have they didn't ever, play in their youth to be fit and to actually play 11v11, and that's why it takes them time to learn. So, when you have these players come from you have to think about their background, man. For maybe someone like Gnabry or, Leon Goretzka, they wouldn't have had the struggles that maybe a Coman had when he was younger. Lewandowski talks about his struggles too. Him and his parents having to drive hours. So you have to look at these players. It's not just, we like to look at it as, oh, you're so privileged. But these guys came from very harsh backgrounds. like methods to pay. I saw a picture of the guy. He looked like he was in jail from freaking 12 years old. What's up, Kuju? But yeah, there's so many things, man. Like I'm saying, the reason why so many players, in my opinion, Dembele's, it's because they play to avoid an injury. You can tell. And it's like getting a girl, like I said. I've literally sat there and been like, I'm going to ask out this girl. I think she's attractive. And I just fluke out. And that's exactly what happens. These players, they don't play as, with intensity. If you just went for it, just went up to the girl and asked her out, you don't ever know if she's going to say yes or no. You never know. But Coman, these players, they don't go at the games. They don't just infuse themselves because they're afraid of an injury. And that's what happens with Kingsley Coman. And, Leroy Sane's, especially players that are born in Europe, they have it easier. I'm not saying they don't have struggles, they do, but they just have it easier. Ahmad, what's your name? George. George. That's my name. George. Are you satisfied? Let's get to 10 likes, everyone. We have 16 people watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. The story on Leroy Sane, if you're late, Unai Hoeneß, our old ex-president, who's still part of the club, has said that you shouldn't be believing a lot of what the newspapers are saying about the transfer fee of Sane, which a lot of British sources have been coming out saying Man City will not be held to ransom, which is stupid because Man City are in a position where they have to sell. And then he also went on to say that the fact that Sane hasn't played for 8 months or so and has 1 year left in his contract and has this injury on him, it has to make his price cheaper. And also we have to factor in the economy because of coronavirus. Sane's not going to cost us over 60 million. That's a fact. He's not going to cost us over that much. City have to be crazy to think so. Just subbed you. Oh, thank you, Ahmad. Nice. Welcome to the channel. George just keeps coming up with the best analogies. Well, hopefully they make sense. Yeah, but that's the thing with so many transfers nowadays. I think Juventus are linked to Paul Pogba, and they're trying to get him in a swap deal. And that's what's going to happen. A lot of clubs are going to want to do swap deals. We want Perisic. Inter Milan want Tolisso. What if we give Inter Milan Tolisso, they give us Perisic, and they pay us like an extra 10 million, because that's what's going to happen. Inter Milan want a player we have. We don't need their players much, and their players older. What does everyone think of this? Inter Milan give us Perisic for free. We give them Tolisso and take 10 million. Yatat. To be honest, I think Coman is just as good as Sane. No. It's Kingsley Coman's not doing what Sane's doing on the pitch. He's not even doing anything on the pitch because he's injured all the time. But hopefully we can fix these injury problems with so many players, especially the French players. Have you noticed? In our club, the most injury-prone players are French. Even in just Europe. Think about Anthony Martial at Manchester United. Always injured all the time. There's so many French players. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of French players that get injury-prone. 15 and it's a done deal. 15 million. Or is it 15 pounds you're talking about? But City will take what we give him. Tolisso is injured all the time. Lucas Hernandez is injured. Pavard is the only one that doesn't get as many injuries. Paul Pogba, someone I never really thought was a lot injury-prone player. He gets a few injuries, right? It's the thing. They grow up in these harsh environments where they're not treating their bodies as if they would be professional. They play football as a passion. And then later on in life, they realize this is my only path. Like, a lot of these players didn't want good people in school. Like, people forget, school happened for them too. Maybe they weren't smart in class. Like, for me, I'd be different because I'm getting straight A's. I don't even do anything. I don't even focus that much on school. It's just so easy for me. But a lot of these players, it's not easy for them. Another point, we have a good history of bringing German players back from England and make them better. Klinsmann, Boateng, Gnabry. We didn't bring Gnabry from England. He went to Germany, Werder Bremen. We sent him out on loan to Werder. No, we sent him out on loan. Was it Hoffenheim? Yes. And yeah, he worked under Nagelsmann. So Gnabry wasn't really... but we also have a good history of bringing players in general from the Serie A and making them look decent. Actually, to be fair, we messed up a lot of players. But I was reading something, I wasn't reading it. I saw it somewhere that Bayern were linked to Koulibaly. But then, at the same time, we were also linked to Varane. When did Varane move to Real Madrid. I'm trying to make a little point here with the whole 2011. So we were linked to Varane in 2011, right? And that's cool. We were linked to buying him, and then also we were linked to Koulibaly, right? Now we're linked to Upamecano, and we have Boateng and Javi Martinez, who both play center back a lot. Boateng is a starter right now, so we do have. If Boateng and Javi left, we'd have to bring in a center back. And we have midfielders from Adrian Fein, who's coming in from Hamburger, from McDonald's FC. So what I'm trying to think here is, why do we miss out so much on players we know are good? We missed out on De Bruyne. We missed out on a lot of freaking players where we just hear stories like Bayern were this close to signing this and this. What if in 2 years Upamecano is one of the best center backs in the world? He's destroying us in a Champions League game, and then I just read a story. Bayern agreed terms with Upamecano but didn't want to pay an extra 5 million for him. That would piss me off. If Sheila comes back, would you move Alaba from left back to left wing? No, that's not happening. No, it's not happening. Niklas Süle is not just going to walk into that team. He's going to take Boateng's position. That's the thing. Niklas is going to take Boateng's position. But who says Niklas Süle is going to come back with 100%, readiness to go, right? So see, that's what I'm saying. Who says that this is going to happen? That Niklas is going to come back and be world class? So, even the extra 10 million doesn't hurt. Exactly. We miss out on so many signings because we're so, we were supposed to replace Mehdi Benatia with Koulibaly in 2016. Look where Koulibaly's at now. One of the best center backs in the world. In my opinion, defensively, he's better than Van Dijk. He's so good. And he plays in a worse back line and has the same effect Van Dijk does. Koulibaly will take our defense from this to this, bro. We could just have a perfect defense. When Lucas Hernandez came back, he wasn't 100% fit either. Exactly, man. And you know what pisses me off with Lucas Hernandez? He kind of did this to himself. Because remember when the international break came a few months ago, right? He got an injury. Don't worry. Like a few games later. We told Lucas, the Bayern hierarchy, they were threatening France that they shouldn't be calling up a player who isn't 100% fit. It came to the decision of Lucas Hernandez whether he was going to go to the French camp or not. Instead of staying with Bayern and continuing his recovery, he went to the French national team. Guessing he trained with them, 11v11 with national teams, trained and got and a few weeks later came back to Bayern, and then he got an injury in the first game he played after the international break. He got a big injury and he was out for 2 months. That's exactly what the kind of crap I'm talking about. With so many players, it's stupid. If you know you're injured, keep recovering. Niklas Süle, I love the guy. He's been so professional. He's been injured, and I'm seeing him coming out and saying articles about how he's eating only the food the club is giving him. That's perfect. Why can't every single player do these things? Awkward question. Go ahead and ask it. There's no awkward questions here. Our scout found Varane before Rao, but our board said the 5 million price was too high. We do this a lot. I'm glad. What if, okay, guys, think about this. What if in 2 years, right, we never got Davies, okay? Man United maybe, or Chelsea, someone else got him. And he's world class. And then it's like the same situation. We didn't want to pay the extra 2 million for Davies. What if that's the case? Man, we miss out on too many players. So our defense would be Pavard, Süle, Alaba, Davies, or Pavard, Boateng. We're going to buy a right back. So if they move Pavard to center back, then I'm more, okay, that makes sense. But for me, I think Pavard right now is a right back. And why would you move him to central defense when you could just get a central defender for the price you bought Pavard for, who's going to be world class in a year or two? Upamecano is already world class, actually. If he's in my opinion, just pure out-and-out defender, he's the best center back in the league right now. Not because, he's just so brilliant. He's the best because Konate is out, Orban is out. Leipzig have the best defense in this league. Even if we have everyone fit, Leipzig have a better defense than us. Have you ever earned a penny from YouTube? This was the awkward question. I have, but I had an old channel. It wasn't Bayern. It was I used to make commentary videos and tutorials about just random things, and it's actually in an account somewhere. I don't even know the login to it. I made 5 cents. I made 5 cents. That's the question. That's the answer to your question. Most of our fan base is starting to hate Coman. I don't think they're starting to hate Coman. It's just a more riled up frustration. That's it. That's the Coman thing. Fact, he will not live up to his potential if he's always injured, but I really hope he, off his injury, he's class, but he's made of glass. Oh my god. He's class, but he's made of glass. Kingsley Commander, he's class, but he's made of glass. I'm stealing that. I'm actually just gonna copy that. Yeah. Hey Google, open Samsung Notes. Don't worry, I do have notes for players. Oh my god. It's down. He's class, but he's made of glass. What's the name of that channel? It doesn't exist. I got copyright striked on it. I told you, I made commentaries. I think I used a clip I wasn't supposed to use. And it wasn't anything bad. It was just someone else's, and they copyright striked me, and I just deleted the channel. It doesn't exist anymore. It had back then you could just hit the. Now you can't monetize it until you have thousands of subscribers on YouTube, and what's your Instagram page? It's in the description. I follow it. Okay. So it was against Olympiacos. I'm trying to think. Came back. He wasn't. Yeah. That's another. Yeah, Olympiacos. And then he got that injury. Is that when he was out for 2 months? Because I don't remember. Opinion on Kai Havertz. I think I've made a video on Kai Havertz. You can go back and check it out. It's just why Bayern Munich shouldn't sign Kai Havertz. I wouldn't talk about it, but I'll briefly summarize it. The video will make it clear. Kai Havertz is just not what we need right now. We have Thomas Müller, who's doing the job, and he's one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. A lot of people don't think Müller's great because he might not be the great passer that De Bruyne is, but he gets the assist, he gets the goals as well. What did Bayern warn City about? Okay, so for everyone joining the stream late, Martin especially, so Unai Hoeneß has come out and said that, when our negotiators will, and he's basically telling this to City that, let me read it. Unai Hoeneß on Sane. I think there's speculation from various newspapers without anyone having any idea about how it all works. This is from the British media about how City are rejecting blah, 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 right? He says, I can't comment on that, of course. If it works, the prices will be different than a year ago because he still had a 2-year contract and no ACL rupture. That was a year ago. In this respect, our negotiators, if they speak to Manchester, will certainly take this into account. I don't like how he says if they speak. Just say when they speak, because we all know it's when they speak. So he's basically telling City that, hey, we all know your player and this and that, right? He's been injured. He's had this long injury, this long-term injury. He's not going to cost you hundreds of millions. We should get Sane this season and Havertz 1 season later. You're right. That would happen. That would be a brilliant thing to happen. Müller won't have the same form 3 years later, but Havertz will improve unless he turns out to be a disappointment like Renato. Well, Havertz isn't going to be a disappointment. The thing with Renato is he didn't have the class on and off the pitch. He didn't, fit into our philosophy. He didn't fit into the ethos of the club just yet. He was young. He was hungry to go somewhere big from Benfica, and he shouldn't have done it so early, and he chose us. And I guess in a way we kind of did, kind of slow down the development of his career by sending him to Swansea. If you got a player of Renato Sanchez's quality, you're not sending him to Swansea. You're trying to get him as many minutes in the first team as you can. It's the same thing with Cousins now. I hope they get better, but I don't think there's any real connection with Havertz and Renato Sanchez. But Havertz a year after this makes complete sense because Müller will be 32 almost, and we can then go, okay, it makes sense, right? Havertz next summer would make sense to me. So yeah, you are right on that one. Havertz next summer. And Müller, I'm saying it because Müller for me he's not the fastest or the most, the physically gifted player. He uses his brain, and your brain isn't slowing down that quickly. So Müller is going to keep playing well at a high level for a few more years, in my opinion. Cousins was amazing in the games he played. He hasn't played for us, though. Maybe you're talking about the youth games or the Mönchengladbach games, but he hasn't played against us or with us in the first team. I don't know. He's come on for maybe 3 minutes, and that's the only time I think he's played for us. He's come on once. But everyone, we're at 318 subscribers now. Thank you all so much yesterday I said let's get to 300, and we got to 318 today. So let's get to 320. So if you can, share the videos with other Bayern fans. We can grow the community. community. That sounds so cringe. But how does everyone like that thumbnail? I just searched up Leroy Sane wallpaper and that one looked cool to me, and I just put the Bayern logo on there. But yeah, so share the videos. We're doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. I'm buying $50 from the Bayern store, and I'm sending out whatever you want, maybe a jersey or whatever, a t-shirt, however many you want. All it needs to add up is $50. So maybe I'll do it for 2 people and make it $75, and one person gets 50 and the second winner gets 25. You never know, but we have to hit 500 subscribers. So share the content out, leave a like on the video because YouTube enjoys it when people are interactive and leave likes on videos. Bayern Munich warned Man City on Leroy Sane. Okay, that makes sense. No against Mainz for 30 minutes. He did play against Mainz. I don't remember. I don't think he was good though. I don't remember. Remember, respect croissants, and you'll reach 400. We will have to reach 400. I'm gonna make sure we reach 400, and then 500, and then 6 billion. How did I just go for? Yeah, 6 billion. Saprit Singh, in my opinion, is great signing. Saprit Singh cost us 15 million. I need to talk about these youngsters we keep buying. What happened to Mikel Cousins at Bayern Munich? I'll talk about them. What happened to Saprit Singh? I feel like these guys are just not ready, man, because they come on and they don't even look like Bayern Munich players. I think Singh is just too excited when he plays. I was wondering, why did Davies just walk into our first team? And these guys can't even get a minute. Either everyone else is just too good, or these guys aren't even good enough. I don't know. Can anyone explain what happened to Saprit Singh for me? Because I don't understand it. Because I watch clips of him play for, obviously the Australian A League is a lot easier, I guess, the Australian League. But it shouldn't be as hard as, well, I'm sure the Bundesliga 3 is going to be, the third Bundesliga is definitely harder than it. I don't know, man. I'm just so confused. What do you think will win? Who do you think will win the Bundesliga when it resumes? I genuinely would say us because we're so good right now. But I don't know how everyone else is gonna return. Third Liga, not Bundesliga 3. Well, it is though, because there's the Bundesliga 2, and then whatever is between that and 4 is Bundesliga 3, and then Bundesliga 4. Okay, well, I know there's like differences, but because they're not all just the same company, because the Bundesliga is a company, it's a business. But for me, I just remember it easily as the Bundesliga 3. It's so much easier because the third Liga sounds like a whole new association. But they're all on the same tier of German football, aren't they? So they all get promotions off each other. Singh is on the second team. I know he is, but I'd like to send these kids out on loan. I know our second team, but what I'm trying to do is look at Adrian Finn. He's going to come into our team and be a fantastic CDM if we mold them into the right player. And he's looking good, and he actually has a reason. And I have something to look at. In our youth team, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just too friendly with each other. But is there competition in our youth team? I think we should send our young players out on loan. I know it sounds like we should send every young player out on loan. Like Singh, for example. We should, if we're gonna spend that much money on someone, you know what? Send the guy on loan to Hoffenheim, Freiburg. That's my point. Send these guys out to go compete for starting spots elsewhere, to go fight for their place in a different team when they know their career's on the line in a few seasons. Send them out on loan. Quit making them play Bundesliga 3 games. That's not high enough for them. They're better than that. Zegzi, for example. Zegzi's different because he just showed the quality when he used his minutes well to show his quality, and everyone now says he's going to be our second backup striker, and that's fine for him. Singh to Stuttgart would be good. Yeah, no, let's send. If we get Sergino Dest, I would genuinely send him out on loan. I know he's good now, but I send him out on loan to Stuttgart because Philipp Lahm went on loan to Stuttgart and he became the greatest right back in football history. So yeah, I just send out these kids out on loan. Serie A or Bundesliga, I don't watch. Serie A bores the crap out of me. It's too damn defensive. Every single team is so Serie A bores me. It's too slow, man. The Bundesliga is high pace, high energy, and it's exciting to watch. For me, at the end of the day, football is about entertainment, and Serie A isn't entertaining to me. Singh wouldn't start in Bundesliga teams. How do you know that if he hasn't competed to start? And that's my thing. Send him out on loan. Bundesliga 2 then. Hindenheim, who slap us up, or they did kind of slap us. They almost slapped us up. Nico Kovac he did a little madness here because this guy, we almost lost to Hindenheim, wasn't it? Oh my God, was it 4-3? It was 4-3, and we scored. Niklas got sent off as well, I think. I don't know, man. There's so many teams we get absolutely slapped up by, but don't actually lose to. So send these kids out on loan. Can I call in? Well, you can call in, but I'm waiting for we're doing match on the Discord. I think, oh shoot, did I make the Discord link? Well, you can join the BayernNow Discord. I'll put it in the description after the video is done. But we'll do call-ins for the match reactions. You know, maybe a day after the match, you can all have your say on the match or something. It can't just be me. You know, that's why I'm bringing different people on the channel. If we have 15 people, 18 people watching, we can definitely get to 15 likes, man. Well, that's cool. I'm a Bayern fan from Jamaica. Oh, what's up, man? I know one Bayern fan from Jamaica on Twitter. It's fine. I just can't understand what Jamaicans say to me half the times. It's fine. No racism here. No racism. I spoke to this Jamaican guy. Oh, no offense. This guy talked to me for, I don't know. Obviously, the British people, they make it too extreme. But this guy was talking. Him and me were having a conversation. And all I could say was yes. Yes. And I just nodded my head because I didn't know what he was on about. Oh my goodness. What? Can everyone join the Bayern? Oh my, wow. This guy does not lie. Orange, why? What is wrong with this guy? Everyone knows why though on the stream. My man is just making memes of me. I mean, it shows my face and then it says worse than Hitler. Like, it's actually a meme bot. I don't even know how that works. And, okay. He was talking Jamaican patois. See, it's broken English, isn't it? But it's kind of confusing to me. But I do know a lot of Jamaicans that speak normal English. But I don't know why they have to speak broken English when they could just speak normal English. Maybe just education for some. How do I get on fan debate? How do you get on a fan debate? Well, if we have a debate and you have something to say, you can always DM me on Twitter. But the most important thing is to just, I don't know, I have to know you. not like that, but if I have to know you though. But if you follow the BayernNow Discord and we talk on a regular basis, it's I don't know, man. It's just the fan debates are kind of the people I've talked with. I've just kind of known. Like I wouldn't like not known. Marco was like the first person I met on this Bayern when I was doing Bayern. He was like, I texted this guy way back when. I told him I'd start a Bayern channel and I was starting it. And then he told me good luck. And I was like, and he was the first guy that went into my head when I thought, you know what, I'm going to read the message to you. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the first time I talked to Marco. Hold on. When did I tell Marco I had a Bayern fan channel? I didn't even have that many. July 2019, I texted Marco and I said, hey bro, I'm thinking of doing a Bayern fan channel. I had one but couldn't upload because I got a strike on the channel. I did get a strike on the channel. And I made a watch along of Liverpool. Actually, there's two people that used to, the channel has 15 subscribers, but I made a watch along on Liverpool versus Bayern Munich. And let's just say I forgot to turn off the audio, so the stream heard it. And after I turned off the stream, I got a copyright strike from UEFA. So is Shula the future of Bayern Munich? He is. I think I said it last season. Niklas is the best center back in the world when he's playing. Debate, is Leroy Sane too dark for Bayern? This guy is on a madness. Alpha, what's wrong with you, man? Man, I had to do it, man. You weirded me out with one tweet, man. I had to do it. I don't like seeing that. Bruh, Kimmich is the best right back or mid. He's a warrior. He can score and create the Islam and Basti in one. Kimmich is fantastic at moving the ball, but for me, he's not as good defensively in the midfield as he should be. And I think Philipp Lahm, he's better than Philipp Lahm going forward and attacking. I'm gonna say it right here. Right back, he's better because Philipp Lahm did not have the kind of technique on the passing and crossing that Kimmich did. Philipp Lahm, I mean, that's kind of good for Kim, but Philipp Lahm was better defensively. He had more leadership qualities. I don't think Kimmich is that much of a... People would say Kimmich is a captain. Just because he kicks people around, that's just called being cool. You know, a captain is someone who leads the team on. Who's going to replace Lewandowski? Zagzi. They're very similar, but yeah, like that's how... I texted Marco way back then, and he responded to me. I didn't... You know, he was the first person. He followed me back on FT. I was like, oh my god, this guy with thousands of followers followed me back. Wonder why. And I said, I just think Bayern fans need a fan channel. And then he said, why not? Sure wouldn't hurt. And then I started asking about Germany because I was planning to go to Germany this year. And that's it. And now, and then a few weeks ago, I was like, oh, you know, it's boring, quarantine. I should bring Marco on the channel. So that's how Marco's on the channel. But thank you everyone so much for just the support on the channel. I didn't even know this channel was growing this much. 22 viewers. I think that's a record high. Kimmich is the best DM in the world. Man, we disagree a lot, man. We disagree a lot. Zagzi scores more behind us, behind Levin. Yeah, that's another thing. Zagzi is more of a second striker. A shadow striker even. Zagzi he's not an all-out striker. You can see how the game versus Hoffenheim, right? This guy he made a brilliant pass and then he kind of stood at the edge of the box like a second striker should. So he doesn't make runs like a striker, you know? He doesn't get into and bully center backs. He doesn't do that. Zagzi for me is a second striker. Kimberly, Marco from Twitter, he's hilarious. Yeah, we've made videos of Marco. We're not doing it now because Marco has stuff to do, but he's like one of the coolest people I know on. And then he's helped me invite different people on. Like he's a cool guy. Leave a like on the video, everyone. We have 24 people watching. That's a record high. I think I have an idea for a fan debate. If everyone has ideas, I'm always open. DM me or even put it in the comments right now. But yeah, if everyone's joining late, what Unai Hoeneß, our former president, who's still part of our board, has said is what the British media are saying about Sane and City rejecting this. You know, they're laughing it off is stupid. That's what he basically said, and he goes on to say that our negotiating team will take into account that Sane has had an injury. He hasn't played for 8 months now. He has a year left in his contract, and also the coronavirus economy. That's basically the warning that Unai Hoeneß is sending the City that, hey, look, your player, there's a reason why we're going to pay you significantly less than you would have thought. Because your player hasn't played, because of the coronavirus, because of the economic situation in the world between clubs and also national economies, because of these little things. Now, City aren't a club that need money, but also they have a ban. So Sane would not ever want to stay at City. He will never extend because they have a Champions League ban. Sane said, I see myself winning the Champions League at Bayern Munich. He won't win his Champions League at City either because, I mean, they can't even be in the Champions League next year if UEFA's thing goes through. But hopefully everyone likes the animation there. Is he coming or not? He's coming. Sane's coming. But yeah, so leave a sub up, everyone. Let's get this channel to 4 billion or 320 subscribers. Sane has the desire to come. He does have the desire to come. The guy's agent doesn't want to stop talking publicly about Bayern now. He doesn't even care. When will the stream finish? We usually finish in like 8 minutes or 9 minutes. It usually happens. I talk about the news for a few minutes for the people that actually just watch the video, and then I just go to the live comments. I think everyone's starting to notice that. I just go to the chat because that's more fun for me. I can't lie. If I didn't do the chat, like I've sat here with no one watching and it was boring and I just ended it. I was like, no, this isn't fun because, you know, I've already talked about it. In terms of stats, Kimmich is the best DM in the world. It's not just about stats though, is it? It's also about what you do on the pitch, you know, in key moments. For me, Kimmich he does his thing with his body. It just doesn't work defensively in the midfield. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I would love to get proven wrong because the best case scenario for us is that what we're doing now works but I fear that we play a tough team like Real Madrid or Man City or someone and they'll touch us like a pervert does to a kid or priest, Catholic priest. I need to stop. What do you think? Which number will Sane get? 10. He's getting the number 10. That's because Iron Robin's my favorite player of all time. And Sane has to get that number 10. There's no way. Let's get to 20 likes, man. I'm gonna kneel down actually. get the 10 likes. Come on, guys, you can do it. Kimmich has never-ending stamina. This guy has this. He has the German engineering, the German feet. He just keeps going. But yeah, oh, guys, Bayern will be. I'm doing the match watch along, the first ever BayernNow match watch along on the game versus Dortmund, Schalke versus Dortmund, on Saturday, and then obviously the next day it's Bayern. So this is what we're gonna use for it. Obviously we'll change it, but that's what we're gonna use. I think everyone knows, it's Dortmund versus Schalke, and I'll obviously change the titles and things like that. But just so it's more interactive, obviously we have the timer. So let's say the game is gonna start, right? I would just go in my little thing here and start the timer, and everyone would know exactly what time it is, so there's no misconceptions. German feet, you can run like a cheetah. Then I guess he has Nigerian feet. Then he must have really been into Serge Gnabry, because they never mind. I want him wearing the number 19. But yeah, Davies fits number 19 so well. Nothing tells me Davies will change that number, but yeah, that's how we're gonna do the match watch alongs. The best thing is City is mad at. Why isn't this stopping? Reset this. Stop, reset, and delete. That's how we'll do the match watch alongs. And oh yeah, let's do our imaginary match ratings because there's no games going on right now. So what did Neuer get, everyone? Everyone in the chat, what did Neuer get? What did Manuel Neuer get in this imaginary match ratings? The best, yeah, so Sane's agent is twerking for us now. That's what I was pissed off last summer, that Sane didn't come out enough. His parents were his representative. He's changed his agent to a guy who's known for getting players out of their clubs. And 8, you got an 8. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 8s. Neuer got an 8. What did Pavard get? A 6, because he's average. What did Niklas Zula get? Because, he's back from injury and he's playing. What did he get in the game? In the imaginary game? He got a 10. Oh, a 7. I'm going with David. He got a 7. Because there's no way he should have let that cross. He didn't cut out the cross, man. 7 for Alaba. Pavard is decent, bro. We'll see. He's not that bad. He's not bad, but he's not good for me. He's average. What did Alaba get? Twerking for Bayern. His parents might not accept their son moving to... Exactly, man. He's doing a Kim Kardashian out here. When did Kylie Jenner start putting things in her behind? Because she's plastic all over the place. What did Davies get, everyone? Better than good. Well, let's not talk about Pavard right now. You don't want me to sit here and everyone on the channel knows. Maybe you're new. You don't know much about my relationship with Pavard. I think he's average. I don't see it in him. 9. Davies got a 9. I thought he got a 12 out of 10. He overperformed. He got 3 assists in 3 minutes. How can you not give Davies a 12 out of 10? He got 3 assists in 3 minutes. 1 assist per second. 3 minutes. That's crazy. What did Kimmich get, everyone? Kimmich moved the ball around, but he did kind of get bullied defensively. So take that into account. What did he get? We should also monitor Kevin De Bruyne. Why would we need De Bruyne, man? He's 28 years old, almost 29. And it'd be cool. He'd bring a lot of coolness, but there's just no way. I'm going with I'm mad. Is that how you say your name? I'm mad. If I'm wrong on your name, please let me know. What did Thiago get? Imaginary match ratings. We'll do this and then we'll end the stream. And then Leroy Sane. Are you insane? I don't know. I have so many phrases I'm ready to say for Sane. Thiago, he got a 10. Thiago ready to tackle. Got Cantara. Thiago sexy Cantara. He got a 10. Look at that, everyone. We're getting Thiago a 10. Muller got an assist with his butt. He got an assist with his butt. And I've said this. Muller is the only German who's 100% German and 100% Brazilian at the same time. Muller a 9. And Coman got a -2. Yeah, unfortunate for him to get injured in the first minute of the game. That was very bad. He sprinted too hard, I guess, and then he fell down. And I hope he does well and recover, but he does get a -2 and a 0 at the end. Not in the squad. Oh, my bad. Is it Perisic then? Let's just say, imagine this is, actually we'll change it. Perisic then, huh? Yeah, Perisic. Ivan Perisic. 14, huh? Okay. What did he get, everyone? What did Perisic get? Oh, we'll give, because, you know, Perisic usually, he's not liked by most of our fans, but he plays well when he plays. He plays very well. 8 or 9? Alright, we'll give him a 7 because of IMAD, okay? What about Lewa? What did Lewandowski get? Because he did score himself a hat-trick, but he also missed one chance and only had 3 assists. He gets a negative 20. Yeah. Terrible player Lewandowski is. Alright, Gnabry gets 1,000. Okay. We'll do 1,000.0. Minus 1. He fell down and he should have scored 4 instead of 5. He should have scored 4 instead of 5. How did he not score 5? Hey, Clutchy, you need to make more of those TikToks. I really enjoyed the Gnabry one. I really did. So not just on Bayern players, you could do them on, because TikTok is blowing up. So there, you know, you gotta do it, man. Make the highlights because TikTok is gaining so many viewers. Yeah, Sedge got a negative 100.0. That's a terrible rating for a player of his quality. He's absolutely crap. All right, that's the imaginary match ratings. Let's go back to the actual topic and summarize the video for anyone. So, all right. So anyone wonder why I don't do the FIFA stuff streaming anymore? I don't even know how to fix the thing now. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I don't know how to fix it. So I decided not to care anymore. So yep. I just don't care. All right, but yeah, that's it for the video, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, I really did enjoy it. Basically, you know, that's the best warning for Honest. I'll be coming out with, I mean, I do this every day. I think everyone's starting to notice. There's 2 videos every single day. There's a video, or this, which is a stream, and then there's an actual video which premieres at around 2. For me, it's 2 p.m. But in 3 hours, literally 3 hours, there'll be a video. And hopefully I'll be there watching it with you. But like I said, the giveaway's happening, 500 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer, 318 subscribers right now. So let's keep subscribing and keep sharing the videos. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.